This video is to review solving multi-step equations. The goal of the video is to solve multi-step equations for a variable. So when we are solving multi-step equations, there's a few steps that we need to consider. The first step is that we need to use distributive property. The second step, we need to simplify as needed, which another thing that means is combine like terms. Number 3, we need to eliminate using inverse addition and subtraction like we've been doing the past few days. And the last step is to use inverse multiplication or division. So let's look at some examples. Number 1, we have 15 equals 3 times parentheses k plus 2. So because there's a set of parentheses and a number outside, we're going to use the distributive property. Remember, with the distributive property, you are multiplying. So we have 15 equals 3k plus 6. Remember that 3 does not multiply with the 15 because it's not in the set of parentheses. So now that we have used distributive property, there's no more simplifying, so we can go to using our inverse operation. So we're going to subtract 6 from both sides. 9 equals 3k. Then we're going to use our inverse division. So k is equal to 3. Number 2, same idea. We're going to start using distributive. So we're going to distribute that negative 2. Negative 6x minus 10 is equal to 8. No more combining like terms, so the next step is to add 10 to both sides. Negative 6x equals 18. And then we're going to divide both sides by negative 6. So x is equal to negative 3. Number 3, now, there doesn't look like there's a number out front of the parentheses, but there is a negative. So remember, when you see a negative, it's really a negative 1. So we are going to distribute negative 1, which changes the signs. So we now have negative 9 equals negative 4g minus 5. Our next step is to add 5 to both sides. Negative 4 is equal to negative 4g. Divide by negative 4. So g is equal to 1. Number 4, we have 2/3 times parentheses 9x plus 18 equals 36. So I'm going to distribute my 2/3. Now, off to the side, remember, when you are multiplying a fraction times a number, you can put it with a denominator of 1. So your numerators would multiply together, and your denominators, and then we would reduce. So if you have trouble doing this, you could always do it off to the side, or you could use a calculator when you are distributing a fraction. So once I distribute, I get 6x plus 12 is equal to 36. Next step is to subtract 12 from both sides. 6x equals 24. Divide by 6. So x equals 4. Now, number 5 is a little bit different of a problem because in number 5, there's no parentheses. But there are two terms that are the same. There's two x values, two x variables. So what we're going to do is we are going to combine like terms. Remember, when you combine like terms, you do not switch the sign. So we have 13x minus 6x, which gets us 7x, plus 17 equals 31. So now I'm going to subtract 17 from both sides. 7x is equal to 14. Remember, the inverse of multiplication is to divide, so we're going to divide by 7, and x equals 2. Number 6, same idea. We have a 6w and a minus 2w. So I have 9 equals, I'm going to combine my like terms, 4w minus 7. Inverse of subtraction is addition, so we're going to add 7 to both sides. 16 equals 4w. Divide by 4. So w equals 4. Number 8, when we combine like terms, there's a couple of different things to combine this time. So our x's combined together and our constants combined together. So I get negative 6x plus 9 is equal to negative 15. I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides. Negative 6x equals negative 24. And we can divide by negative 6. So x equals 4. Last example, number 8, I'm going to combine like terms. So in this case, I have 4x, x, and 2x. Remember that this x is just really a 1x. So that gets us 7x. And I have 6 and 4, which gets me plus 10, equals negative 11. So my first step is to subtract 10 from both sides. So I get 7x equals negative 21. Divide by 7. So x is negative 3.